Hey there, you found Off the Water, the premier kayak fishing show for the Gulf Coast. We interview the best anglers to find out what they did, where they went, and what they used. Fishing reports, cool products and accessories, upcoming kayak tournaments, kayak safety, rigging tips and tricks, sponsor highlights, club member specials, and more, all on Off the Water, live and podcast. And now, here's your host of Off the Water, Mr. Sean Rastanis.
Hey guys, welcome to Off the Water. This is your host, Darth Yacker. We got a great show tonight. This is a special edition award ceremony for the Where You're At Classic Tournament. So make sure you stay with it. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. I think our brains are fried from that wind and that sun. But we're going to go through the awards, and we've got a bunch of different awards tonight. We've got the obviously, we're going to be announcing the top 15 from the tournament who qualified for the Bayou Coast Championship. We're also going to be announcing the winner of the Big Bass Award, the winner of the Redfish by the Hour Award, and we have, if you stay with us after the show, after the award ceremony, we're going in and we're doing a free raffle to win at the raffle. It's real easy. If you registered for the tournament and you stick around for the raffle, you're going to win, or you could win. You're eligible to win. I don't know if we have enough prizes to go around. Of course, depending on how many people we have watching us tonight, we may all win. So what we're going to do is that we are going to check it. We're going to announce it. And if you are watching, please make sure when we announce your name to say, I am present, so we will know you're here. And we will obviously announce the awards in advance and what you've been winning. We've got a number of great things, and we'll get into those prizes in a little bit. Just real quick, to announce our guest tonight, obviously we got Benjamin Day with the Hammer Bass behind him. We've got our assistant tournament director, too, Dan Robdale, coming on. We've got also Action Jack Hickman joining us for the first time. We've also got Breck Hotard joining us for the first time. And we got a repeat guest, Francis Tran, has come back. You guys may remember him as the big IFA winner a year. Was it last year, Francis? You won the IFA?
Yep.
I think you caught 2 fish that day, right? And they both
I caught 3 fish that day.
3 fish that day, and you caught the biggest red and then the biggest trout combined. So I see your luck is still running good, and I'm sure you will probably win something in the raffle today. I think Brock Miller will also be joining us in a little bit. His sister, I think what Brock was telling me, his sister graduated from 8th grade today, so they were going to dinner to celebrate, and he will be hopefully joining us in a little bit. So, guys, it was a rough tournament. As everybody knows, this was a 3 redfish, 2 bass tournament. I know a lot of the guys had done some scouting beforehand, and scouting 2 weeks out, hitting different areas. And all I can say is probably everything changed within the last 72 hours. The water got really high. And when I say really high, I'm talking, probably 1.5 foot, maybe. I know, Jack, you would tell me probably 1.5 foot, 2 foot above normal.
Yeah. The rocks were almost covered. It was about 1.5 foot to 2.5.
Yeah. And he's unbelievable. He's referring to the rocks along the Mistigo. Along the Mistigo, not too far from Campos. So the water was real high. They opened Carnivoran, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Carnarvon. The siphon dumped all that river water into Delacroix. I know that messed up Ben's spot, Lost Lake, that he was really hammering the bass at on the other day. So it changed for a lot of people. The conditions changed. On top of that, we had a lot of wind today. A lot of wind. It was nice early this morning, but probably by 8:30, 9 o'clock, it started blowing, and I know by 12, 1 o'clock, it was
over the top. Ridiculous.
It was over the top.
19 to 23 on the Shell Beach station.
And the bad thing was, it was coming directly. If you were fishing Shell Beach or Hopedale, it was coming directly up some of those canals. So I know when I was coming in down the Michigo, and I'm not exaggerating here, I was riding 3-foot waves in. Now, fortunately, I was coming in with them instead of against them, because it would have taken me a couple hours to come in probably against them. But I was just riding them in. And I know there were a number of people out there. So the conditions were challenging. We have this is a huge tournament for a lot of sight fishing guys, especially the places that they're fishing, Delacroix and Reggio. Those are big areas for a lot of these guys that want to sight fish. They stand up, they get in these flats, and they can see the fish. And I don't think the conditions were really conducive to that today with the amount of wind we had. Although I tell you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I found some really pretty water today despite everything. I mean, I was fishing with a spoon most of the day, but you could see it, 3 foot away. Was that what you guys experienced as well?
Same thing. You could see it like from a mile away, the spoon. It was crystal clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water was real clear by me until the wind picked up, and I didn't have any tide, and it was killing me because after I caught my bass, I had to scramble. I literally had to. I was pedaling all over the place trying to find some reds, and I could not believe. Finally, I actually started fishing the dirtiest water, and that's where I caught my 2 reds.
That's crazy.
I could not catch them in clean water.
Crazy.
I fished that all for 5 hours. I caught one, and then 4 hours later or 5 hours later, I caught the second one. It was 10 minutes before 3 o'clock. That's when I caught my second red.
And Breck, one thing that was particularly unique about your bag, tell me what you caught 4 fish. Tell me what your 2 largest fish were species wise.
I had I had a 17 point, I think it was 17 and a half inch bass and an 18-inch bass. I was catching bass.
How big were your redfish?
Huh?
How big were your redfish?
17 and a quarter. Both of them. But I took the picture on the second one. The wind was blowing so hard it blew me on the island, and I just wanted to get the picture and send it and get out of here. And when I took the picture, I got the email back checking, and I was like, "Oh, I hope this one doesn't get declined." Then all of a sudden, I look at it, and he could see the 17-inch line, so he gave me 17.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my goodness, thank goodness." But the bass, I must have caught 20-something bass today.
Wow.
I caught a lot of bass.
Wow.
But I lost a 5-pounder on the side of the boat, a 5-pound bass, and I had one about 3.5 that shook off. And it was due to the wind. I could not keep the boat in position where I needed to be.
Can you since we're talking about it right now, can you tell us a little bit about where you fished at today, if you don't mind?
I was fishing the Avenue.
Okay. Launching in Chalmette and then pedaling over there. Yeah.
Yes.
So big bass, small redfish. That was the kind of the trade-off there.
Right. The problem was the locks were closed. I didn't check. I've asked at the launch several times. I asked them, how do we find out? Is there do you have to call, or is there something we can check online? He said, you have to call the Corps of Engineers to find out when they close it and open it.
Interesting.
I believe there is a website that tracks it. I don't recall off the top of my head, but I know that Devin Denman with Louisiana Fishing Blog has referenced it in the past. So if you do a little bit digging on his website, you may be able to find some information there.
Right. Well, anyway, when I got to my spot, it was instantaneous. I was catching fish. My first cast, I caught that 17 and a half.
Jeez.
And then after that, I was calling through a bunch of small ones. I popped off on one. And later, I think it was around, after I measured my 18, I started moving around a little bit. And then all of a sudden, the big one came up to the side of the boat and just grabbed the bait on the side of my kayak. I mean, I just saw the size of them, and it was too late.
Yeah.
Just barely nipped the back of my spinnerbait, and that was it.
Let me ask you guys this: with the redfish today, I was having a blind cast, obviously, for that. But did anyone see redfish tailing or cruising or feeding, or was it just kind of throwing and you hit it? Because I didn't see any tails, I didn't see any backs.
I was in feeding redfish all day.
Did you really?
Well, all morning, yeah. I was
Same.
watching them coming up and down the place I was fishing, and I just waited for them to get close to me. And
Same here.
cast.
Yeah, no, I didn't see any with tails or backs out of the water, but I mean, there's bait that jumps out of the water, and then there's bait that looks like it wants to fly. I found a few spots where the bait looked like it wanted to fly, cast at it, and caught some reds.
I watched them hitting bait and just cast on top
Just
of them.
throwing in bait balls.
What about you, Francis? Did you see any reds tailing, or were you just kind of just throwing out?
Yeah, I went through a few ponds, and when I was pedaling through, I was like, fluttering through them because there's like so much grass in them. So I was fluttering by, but because there was so much chop in those ponds, you could barely see them, but I could see redfish in the ponds. And then I got to the point where I just power poled down, and then I just sat there and waited. And I saw one tail, and I see them like pop up, and I see them flash. And then I was like, all right, they're around here. And I casted, I think my smallest redfish that like 24.
Mm-hmm.
I casted that one, and then all the rest I like blind casted. But I knew the fish were in the area, and I just threw a popping cork, and I eventually caught them.
And that was the other big challenge today, was not only the wind, but the grass. I mean, there was just, I guess with the amount of fresh water coming in now, the grass was just so thick, especially in May, early May, mid-May, I guess. Normally you fish in this. I mean, I think the only saving grace was the water was so high. A lot of times you were able to go over a lot of that grass, but it was still rough. So quick question for each of you guys. Redfish, best redfish bait today that you guys used. Ben, tell me best
Gold
redfish.
spoon all day.
Okay, Dan, what about you?
1/4 ounce Johnson Gold Spoon, a lot of snot grass on it, but it was worth it. If you threw it where you thought there was a redfish, they would hook up on it.
Yep.
Okay, what about you, Action Jack?
Everything was top water or popping cork with a lemon head. If the sun came out, I threw the lemon head. If the sun went in, I threw the top water, just back and forth all day. I tried other things, but that's what they were in, where I was.
Okay, what about you, Francis? Best bait for redfish today?
I caught probably 50% of mine on the TFM special. 4 horseman cork with, I think, a 16th depth grip jig head and the chartreuse swing mullet gulp.
That is the Terry.
I caught them on everything, though.
Yeah.
I caught them on Texas rig, top water, swim, just normal jig. And I mean, I caught at least one redfish on every single thing, but because it was so windy, I just threw the popping cork a lot more, and I mean, that's why I caught them.
So they were just hungry for you, Francis.
Breck, what about you? Best bait for redfish today?
I was throwing a chatterbait, 3 8-ounce chatterbait. That was I could control that bait in the wind when I was casting it.
Yeah.
And last week I was throwing that too. I was hammering the reds last Sunday in Delacroix with it, and it was working really well. And I've been catching a lot of fish on that, so I kind of have that kind of tied on. It's going to stay in my inventory.
Absolutely. Brock, we're talking about right now, best bait you used today for redfish, if you don't mind sharing.
I caught probably 7 or 8 of mine on a chatterbait.
7?
Wow.
Just 7 or 8 of them on a chatterbait. Cool. What about the rest of them that you caught?
I caught that one on a spinnerbait right by you.
Yeah. The chatterbait we're using, was that the jackhammer or just another brand?
No, I can't make myself throw a $20 chatterbait for a redfish.
And you know what you should never do is you should never let Ian Gillespie tie on your chatterbait, your jackhammer chatterbait, because it's sure to come off at some point.
Oh, come on. He ain't even here to defend himself, Sean.
I still have my jackhammer from Lake Fork tied on.
Yeah.
I didn't throw it one time, though. I didn't throw it one time today.
You know, I did. Breck and I fished the other day, and he was throwing oh geez, what's that one, Breck, you would throw? It goes across the water and zoom.
Oh, wacky worm?
No, not a wacky worm. It's not a
buzzbait.
Buzzbait. I caught my first.
Oh yeah, the buzzbait. Yeah.
I First fish on a buzzbait today. This morning, it was a 15-inch red. I thought it was a hammer bass.
wait till you have a big one grab it. It's going to scare you. I'm telling you. They come up and they smash it. But the thing is, it only lasts like for 5 redfish. I mean, it's done after that, dude.
All right, guys, let's go to bass now. Ben Day, tell me best bait you used today for bass.
Top water and spinner baits.
Top water, you were catching them on top water today.
Yeah, both of my big bass came off of top water.
And what type of top water were you using?
The Badonkadonk Mini Silver Mullet.
I love it when you say that.
That was a favorite of Captain Tofield. He loved the Badonkadonks. Dan, I don't think you caught any bass today. Is that right?
I was actually. I did actually caught a bass. Caught a 9.5-inch bass today on a. I don't even remember what the hell I caught him on. But I was throwing the jackhammer at one point, and I snagged some branches underneath the wire. I was like, oh no!
Yeah.
I ended up reaching down up to my elbow to pull it back out.
Jack, best bait for bass today that you
I threw a skitter walk in a pop and cork with the lemon head all day. I caught the biggest bass on the top water.
Wow. Okay, Breck. Yeah, I know you caught some nice bass. What'd you catch?
Wacky worm and a Texas rig G-tail zoom worm. It's got like a gator tail. It's like a big wide gator tail on the back.
Awesome. Francis, bass bait.
I only caught 2 bass today, and I caught one on a pop and cork and then one on a swim jig.
That Terry Pham special catch just about everything.
I'm telling you, I was just like, I'm going to pitch every single point going into these little canals, going out, and then that's how I caught my limit early.
Yeah. Brock, what about you, sir? What'd you catch your bass on today?
I caught 2 on a little mini spinner bait and chartreuse, and then 1 on the chatterbait when I was red fishing.
Nice. Okay, well, I know I'm going to start getting text messages soon because people are tired. They want to get to the awards, although I like chatting with everybody because I enjoy doing this. So let's do this first. We had 70 people sign up for the tournament today, I think. It's 71, right?
71.
70 plus 1 youth angler.
70 plus 1 youth angler. Seeing a lot of different names mixed in here with the regulars. So, this has been a different year because we went from weight for a lot of the tournaments to the CPR, and it affects things. It does, because usually you're going for those big, thick stud reds. Now it's like, I don't care, just as long as they're under 27, and it's hard to find those reds just under 27. Brock did it 3 times today. I don't know how he did it, but he did it 3 times today. So without further ado, we're going to go to the top 15. These are people who qualified for the championship as long as they're a paid member at the time of the tournament and as long as they pay for one of the tournament. So at 15, we have Mr. Matt Carr at 81.5 inches. 14, we have Wayne Lobb, 85 inches. 13, Michael Smith, 86 inches. I don't know Michael. Does anybody know him? I don't know if he's a new member or if he's just fishing the tournament. But anyway, if Michael's a paid member, he qualified at 13. Number 12, Aaron Hawk, 86.25 inch. Number 11, Terry Pham. He made it, 87.5. Number 10, Bobby Trish, 88.5. So those are the top 6, actually, 5, 14. Anyway, that's 15 through 10 who qualified for the championship. Let me say this. We had some really good anglers fishing this tournament today, and I know a lot of people struggled. If you went out and you were able to catch your 5 fish, that was just an incredible accomplishment considering the condition. The wind, the grass, everything changing up. It was really, really incredible. I thought it was going to take about 100 inches to win the tournament today. So we'll see. Obviously, I think we had a few guys go over 100 inches, so that's good. So 9th place. I know he's going to be pretty happy about this because He qualified for the championship. This may be his first championship. Scott Myers, 88.75. I know Scott was a little frustrated. He actually caught his 2 bass. He was looking for the bigger redfish and couldn't find them. So, Brock, I'd be expecting a phone call from Scott if you haven't gotten it already. I know
he already texted me.
He already called you. Yeah, I figured he would. 8, another familiar name, Jonathan Carter, 90 inches. 7th place. Unbelievable. Ben either skunks or he just finishes right up there at the top. 7th place is Benjamin Day, 91 inches. Ben, as I recall, you had your 5 fish at like 8:30 this morning. Is that right? It was like around 8:30?
Yeah, it was pretty early, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Because you said you were going home. You were like, I'm done. I'm going home. Y'all enjoy your day. 8 o'clock, and you got like 80-something inches on the board.
It was funny. I kept checking back. It was like me and Ben just going back and forth early.
Yes. Let's see. 6, Shane Curl, baby Shane, 92.75 inches. So that is that's another great stringer. Now, from here on out, those are the people so far from 15 through 6 that qualified. We paid out the top 5 in this particular tournament based on the number of entrants we had. So before we get to the top 5, right? I'm gonna make y'all wait. We've got some other awards to do here. First, let's do the big bass. Dan, why don't you fill us in? Who won the big bass? How many inches was it? And what'd they win?
Sure. The big bass winner is in the room with us today. That is Breck Hotard. He had an 18-inch complete chunk of a bass compared to everybody else. I think the next largest bass was also Breck's bass, and then after that it was 15.5 inches. And for that, Breck won $270.
Hey,
nice job, man.
It's not bad.
Big pile, nice lunker.
It's not used to the tournaments you used to fish when you were out of a boat, but one fish, $270.
Yeah, I won.
It only cost him $5.
Yeah, I paid $150 for a Pro-Am tournament years ago, and I caught a 6.5 pounder, and it was the only fish I caught all day. I think I won like $600 and something on that fish.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Hey, that is awesome. That's awesome. Okay, now this was something, and I'm going to give credit to Dan on this. We were looking at big redfish, and usually when you have a weigh-in tournament, it's a little bit easier because the weights are going to be a little different.
So the 100th of a pound.
Right. It's you're gonna probably have one redfish that may outweigh all the other ones. This is different because you got everybody weighing in. We all know that the max size could be 26 3/4 inch. So we didn't want to have a bunch of ties and say, oh, well, someone caught it first, and so they win this big pot of money. So Dan suggested to me, and I thought it was a great idea, we did it, was that we were going to have big redfish by the hour. Now, somebody doesn't win a big pile of money, but someone wins. Someone's going to win every hour. So we actually had how many winners? We had nine places to play out.
Correct. We did per hour, starting from the launch time, which was 5:30 a.m. up through 2:30 p.m. So that was 9 hours of big red opportunity.
Right, and then on top of that, someone could win up to 3 times as long as they submitted. They had to use their.
Correct. Yes, it had to be a redfish that was on your leaderboard to be eligible, and since there's 3 in this tournament, that's your opportunity.
Okay, and how much? So we don't have to do it for each award. How much was each hour redfish being paid out?
We were able to pay out $66 per hour.
So that's not bad. Not bad. So let's go through. Let's Dan, walk us through the 5:30 to 6:30 time slot. Who took it? Who's bringing home the $66?
Sure. The first hour goes to Aaron Larose, 24.25 inches.
There you go, Aaron. Big fish there. All right, so that's the 5:30 to 6:30 hour. Take us to the next one, 6:30 to 7:30.
Sure, 6:30 to 7:30. He is in the room with us. Action Jack, 25 3/4 inch.
There you go.
Nice job.
$6 right there, going back in the pocket. Go ahead and walk us through the rest of the time slots and who won, Dan.
Sure. Hour 3, that's going to be 7:30 to 8:30. Our minimalist challenge winner, Dean Turner, at 25 inches.
Nice.
Hour 4, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Again, Action Jack, 24 inches.
That's two. Okay.
All right. Hour 5, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30. Matthew Carr, 26 inches.
That's a solid fish.
All right, we're going to just skip the next 3 hours, Brock. Brock went ahead, took the 10:30 hour, the 11:30 hour, and the 12:30 hour with perfect redfish, 26 3/4 inches.
I was crushed.
You got to be sore after that.
You know how hard it is.
The worst part is I upgraded all my redfish when Brock did. So I was like, I couldn't wait.
There were 4 perfect redfish. Brock caught 3 of them.
3 of them.
In the afternoon, even.
Yeah. You know how hard it is to catch a perfect redfish just under the 27 on the board to where you can get it where it's above the 26 3/4 and under 20. Now, you can manipulate a bit. It's still really tough. And to catch 3 and those conditions today is very impressive. I mean, that's a great job.
With Brock. And we still do have 1 more hour left.
Yes.
The 9th and final hour was the 1:30 to 2:30 time slot. That went to Shane Curol with the 4th and final perfect fish, 26 3/4 inches.
Well, there you go, baby Shane. You finished just outside the money, but you still got the $66 for that. So, that's great. Brock, you ended up with, almost 100 and, I don't know, 90, 100, close to $200 in Big Fish Awards because you managed to kill the rest of us there. Okay, let's go to top 5. It's 7:30. I know we got top 5 and people are getting antsy over here. 5th place, payout of $70 with the total inches of 93.25 is Mr. Clayton Schilling. Congratulations, Clayton. 4th place. This was actually a tie with 5th place, 93.25. And the way the tiebreaker goes, it goes by your biggest fish first and then your second biggest fish, etc. So Aaron must have had his biggest fish must have been bigger than Clayton's biggest fish. So Aaron Clay is taking home $150. Congratulations, Aaron. And I know Aaron had some issues with the Tourneyx app last time, and so I know we talked about it. He looks like we got the issue straightened out, and that's why these practice tournaments were so important, to iron out these issues so people wouldn't have them. And I think for the most part, we didn't have a whole lot of issues today, and so I want to congratulate all the anglers. I don't think we had a bunch of deductions, so good job there, guys. Okay, 3rd place. Now, before we get to the top 3, I just want to congratulate the top 3 anglers, and we've got some awesome trophies that Chad Stoling created for us. Thanks again to Chad. If you haven't seen them yet, I don't know if Dan's got a picture of them handy or not.
Let me see what I can do.
They're epic.
Actually,
made with the computer stuff and the iron stuff, and he hand cuts them and mounts them on driftwood. He spends a lot of time making these, and these are really beautiful. They're gonna look real nice. So, in 3rd place, we had another tie. 3rd place is going to pay out $200 at 101.75 inches. Mr. Action Jack, your redfish was a little bit smaller than Francis's big redfish. That's still an awesome day, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just real briefly, tell us about your day real quick. Maybe if you can share as much as you want or not as you want,
I did not pre-fish Shell Beach, but I fished there a lot. So I went directly to a place I've done well with Fallen Tide. There was only 4 of us who launched at Shell Beach, which to me was fabulous because you don't have a big crowd.
Some of us didn't get the invite, but that's okay.
I didn't invite anybody. I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I talked to Ben in the morning, and he said that's where he was going, and I told him I'll see you in a little while.
Yeah.
That was it. I went a little further than them. They all cut off kind of the first place really that they could, and I went maybe a mile further to this particular spot, and I didn't stand up all day. I caught all my fish in about maybe a 300-yard span, and I just moved up and down this one area and caught fish. It was conditions. I've fished in this spot before. It always yields, and it always yields nice redfish. I probably caught 30 redfish today and 35 or 40 bass. It's just that I didn't have size.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
that's crazy.
Awesome day. Crystal clear water. I could see down 3 feet.
You know, and it's funny, despite the conditions out there, you were able to just nail the fish today. I mean, it was just a great day for you. Is this your first time placing in the money in one of the big tournaments?
It is. I'm really excited.
Dude, that's a great job, Action Jack. I'm glad you got to get up there on the. I wish we had the podium for you to stand on, but you're taking home a great trophy. Usually we don't have trophies this nice for the regular
totally
tournament.
Excited.
You're gonna get
totally excited.
And $200 in cash, and you won 2 big Redfish awards. So not a bad payday for you. A great thing. So second place, 101.75 inches. We got with a payout of $350, Mr. Francis Tran. Francis, congratulations. I know you've finished in the money before. You've done well. Tell us a little bit about your day. Share as many details as you like.
Yeah, so I mean, the spot I fished this area like 2 years ago, and I actually qualified for Redfish Rumble at this spot, and at that time I just happened upon it, so I was also like, and it was a really far run, but I was just like, all right, cool, there's a lot of fish here, and then I came back and I fished it one more time, and it was stacked with redfish. I was just like, all right, cool. So then I was like, I'm just gonna wait until there's another tournament here, and I'll come back and visit this spot. and so but the crazy part is on the way out to the spot, it was about almost a 3-mile run. Like I literally left the launch and I went 3 miles. But on the way out there, I just literally worked all like the little drains and whatnot.
Can anybody hear him?
Yeah,
I can hear him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I ended up catching my whole bag before I even got to the spot. And then I ended up going through the ponds and stuff, and I saw the redfish and I knew they were there, but I couldn't catch them because I mean it was so windy and there was grass everywhere and whatnot. But then I eventually got through all the ponds, and then I had the wind at my back, and I slowly made my way out, and I just threw that popping cork, and one by one I culled like 5 times I think on my redfish. And
I bet you're glad you watched that video about calling and managing catch, huh?
Yeah, I mean I did. Thanks, Dan, for sending it to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I mean I caught everything, and then like after 12, I was like, you know what? I was like, in the morning it was me and Ben battling it out, and then towards like noontime it was me and Jack battling it out. I was like, all right, I think I can catch him. And then out of nowhere, Brock was coming up, and I was just like, and then I was like, all right, he has 5 inches on me. I got to go find like a stud bass. So I literally like probably grinded like 3 miles of water, and I didn't get I got like a few bites, but I was like, I could never like get the fish in. I never saw them or anything. I think I missed like 3 fish or something like that.
Wow.
And then I was just like, and then after that, it was after 1, and I was like, please don't let Jack catch another fish.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool with the standings, and you're watching them, and you're seeing, and you know you're able to kind of gauge. And then I love the fact that we cut it off at 1 o'clock. I know some people don't, but I get to pick because I'm tournament director. That's what I want to do. I like to leave some suspense, you know, because we cut off at 1, and that's 2 hours of no one not really knowing, and everybody's calling me. Hey, you know what I did? I said, I don't actually know what you did, because Dan hasn't sent me the results yet because I'm on the water still. So I love not knowing and not finding out till later, and I love you guys not knowing, and it adds a little suspense, and it comes down to the end there.
Sean can't have it. Nobody can have it.
Yes. Francis, congratulations! You're walking away with $350, and did you? I think in a big fish hourly award. So over $400 today. It's not a bad. You didn't win a big Redfish hourly? I'm confused. Nope. Okay, never mind. It's been a long day. Okay, so that leaves the last guy here. He really blew away everybody. I mean, he won by 8 inches, 8 1/4, which is pretty big. I mean, that's pretty big. It was 110 inches. Brock Miller. I mean, you scored 3 perfect redfish and 2 decent bass to get there. Tell us about your day, and then I'll tell you what you get.
Got a little bit of help from you, Sean.
This had nothing to do with it.
But
he caught bass where I couldn't, so had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I've been struggling with bass. I've pre-fished for like 18 hours in 2 days and couldn't catch a bass. So Sean and I swapped a few spots. I ended up catching 2 bass at the first spot this morning with Sean, and a little red. And then I'd been catching a bunch of good reds up north, so I went back up there. And my normal pond was full of 20 inchers. I talked to Scott about it too. He said all of his normal spots were full of just schools of small fish. So I was able to fill out a limit, and then just kind of started running new water, and then found a spot. This pond I came into, like first cast, I broke off a big one. Next island over, I had a big one spit the chatterbait, and then I caught a 26 3/4, and then kind of let it sit, and then came back. Ended up picking up another good one at another place, and then came back and it started raining. And then right as it quit raining, I saw the only one I sight casted. Could just kind of see it cruising along, and caught that at like 1:15. So right after the leaderboard shut off. And then at that point I was exhausted and had to do the 4-mile pedal back to the ramp. So just kind of took it easy after that.
And this is 2 things here. I'd say this is one. What's nice about being young or younger is that you can survive, something like that. And I know going through probably some places that you were fishing probably had a lot of grass in it, so you had to pedal through that. But also, is this your first win? I know you've cashed many checks in the club, but is this the first time you placed first in a tournament?
Yes. Well, besides Ride the Bull, but I don't count that.
Well, that's not club. That's just Ride the Bull. But this is awesome. I mean, this was a big thing. I know you've cashed many checks. It's hard to finish first because it takes some luck. It takes a lot of skill.
It takes a special kind of day. I mean, I've been talking with some other people about it, and it's not a normal day to catch 3 perfect fish in a day. It's kind of everything has to line up for you.
Those weren't even your primary spots. That was just exploring, right?
Right. Yeah, I caught 2. One at a spot I'd been before, and then the other 2 was something I found during the day. So just kind of kept running it over and over again.
And you had to figure only 4 perfect redfish were caught today, and Brock managed to catch 3 of them. So I mean, what an incredible day. So Brock, you are taking home the 3 hourly prizes at $66 a piece, so that's going to put you close to $200. Plus, for first place is $500. So you're walking out with about $700 today, plus the really nice trophy, plus bragging rights. Obviously, I think you may have already qualified for the championship
twice now.
So, is it true? There's rumors circulating about you maybe entering the pro circuit. Any proof of that at this point?
I'm gonna leave that to Terry. I'm gonna stay out of the pro circuit for a while.
All right. Well, look, great day today. I know a lot of guys struggled. A lot of people left early with the conditions. It was a grind. And so for those guys, I mean, Brock, Francis, Jack, Aaron, Clayton, Shane, all those guys, what a great day y'all had. I'm glad that the tournament went forward. So congratulations again. We're going to go ahead and get to the raffle because I think I saw people are waiting on the raffle, and that's all they care about. So except for you guys who are getting money. So we're going to get to the raffle. I do want to make a couple of quick announcements real quick. The full results, Dan. I guess we can release the full results now.
Yes, we'll get Todd to turn those back on for us.
To turn it on. Also, Angler of the Year, the points. Brock, I know you were tied with Matt Carr going into today. You are probably going to have a solid lead now.
14 points up.
14 points up. I know Breck was right behind. And Breck, I think you may have finished. I know you finished one spot ahead of me yet again. So Breck, you will. You're gonna, obviously be in good shape as well, the top 5. So we'll have those Angler of the Year points updated here, sometime this week. But that should give us also wild card spots. If you caught fish in the first 3 tournaments, you are in pretty good shape for a wild card spot. It's going to come down to that last tournament that we have. So don't give up hope if you haven't qualified for the championship. You're definitely going to want to fish the last tournament. Try to get, as it looks right now, we've got, Dan, how many? 37 qualified for the championship?
Up to 37. It depends on who was a paid member when they placed in the top 15.
Right. So this is really, because we've had some really good turnouts for the last couple of tournaments. So we're going to have probably only 2 wild card spots. So it's going to be a fight for those 2 spots. If you're like me and you hadn't qualified yet and you're still struggling, hey, you know what? I was happy because I went up there, I didn't skunk, I caught some fish, and I stayed alive for that wild card spot, even though I couldn't finish in the top 15. So don't lose hope. You still got another tournament to qualify in, and if you don't finish the top 15, you still have the opportunity for wild card. So our next tournament is going to be September 19th. Right now, it's scheduled to be a redfish tournament. It still will be a redfish tournament. What we don't know about right now is the location, simply because of everything going on. We don't know if it'll be a live weigh-in or a weight weigh-in, or if it will be a CPS weigh-in that we're doing right now. It all depends on what the government is saying we should do, and we're going to keep following the government guidelines in that regard. So as soon as we know, we'll make an announcement. But it's going to be one or 2 things, and I'll let you guys know right now. It's going to be 1 or 2 things. One, it'll go on a schedule where it'll be a weight tournament, and it's going to be out of Pointe-à-Chin or Isle de Jean Charles launch, okay? If we can't gather in large groups, if we can't gather with, 70 or 80 people, it will be a catch photo tournament, and in all likelihood, it's going to be a 5 redfish statewide tournament, okay? You can fish anywhere you want. Those are our 2 options right now. I don't want to hide the ball from everybody. That's what we're planning on doing right now, at least.
Brock's going to win again.
Well, I mean, he might. He could catch 5 perfect redfish. I don't know.
That's Caleb territory.
Yeah. Championship. I have gotten some questions about the championship. Again, the problem right now is normally we like to have a big end of the year celebration. We like to have everybody get together. I still would love to do that. It's going to depend on what the government says. Nothing has been decided as far as the location for the championship. Okay. I don't even know. It's going to depend on, can we get together? Can we not get together? It's probably not going to be down Highway 1 because we've already had 2 tournaments down Highway 1, I think, this year. So it might be somewhere else. I don't know yet. As soon as we know, again, we'll let you guys know. Okay, so with all that aside, let's go to the raffle. And the way we're doing this is we have, I got to find my phone, random number generators. We've got a listing of everybody who fished the tournament today. In addition to everybody who fished the tournament, we are adding Ian Gillespie and we are adding Josh Red. They are the 2 judges that have come on and have volunteered their time. And trust me, it's a lot of time these 2 guys have spent judging the fish, going through making difficult decisions as far as deductions, DQs, things of that nature. And they're going to be thrown in the tournament. And while I'm at it, I want to thank Ian. Big thank you, Ian, for judging. I want to thank Josh. Big thank you, Josh, today for judging. He stepped up. Josh is with the Lafayette Club, etc. One other announcement before we get to the raffle. We've got one more Off the Water show after this one before we take our summer break. Benjamin Day is having a baby in June, and I don't want to take away any baby time. And summertime tends to be slow anyway. We won't have another tournament until September. So we may pop on if we have a night and we'll announce it or something like that. What I want to do, though, on our final show is I want to get people from Lafayette Club on to talk about, because they're going to fire up some tournaments, some CPS tournaments. I know they have Slamboree coming up. They have a Memorial Day tournament coming up, a trout tournament coming up. So I want them to come on and talk about it. And so if you're kind of getting antsy and you want to get out the house and do something, they put on great tournaments over there. It's going to be very similar. They're going to use Tourneyx. The boards we use in our tournament, I think, are approved in their tournament as well. So we're going to have those guys on. So let's see. We have got some prizes to give away. And real quick, prizes, we have a Bull Bay rod. I think it's valued at about $180. That was donated by Anthony Puglia over at Puglia. So big thanks to Anthony for donating that. A camouflage 20-quart K2 cooler. We have 5 tackle packages and fish fry that we're putting together. The tackle is from Pure Fishing and also Louisiana Fish Fry. We have 4 Who Rags, basically the face covers, the neck covers that the club has gotten and ordered. It's got the Bayou Coast logo on it, and we're going to give away 4 of those. We're giving away 1 measuring board, the Elite Check-It Stick Kayak Series measuring board. You can keep it, you can sell it, you can give it to a friend. It'll be used again, trust me. And lastly, we're giving away 2 $50 gift cards to Superior Bait and Tackle in Baton Rouge. So let's get to the random number generator here. And
must be present to win.
You must be present to win. We will call it your name. Ben, can they put up something on the Facebook group? Can you see the Facebook? And they can say,
Yeah, I've got it pulled up as well. Okay. So they just need to respond and basically just say, hey, I'm here on the comment section of this video.
Yes. Okay, so random number generator. And let's see. I need to find a random number generator on my phone. There we go. Okay, and how many do we have?
73.
What's that? 73.
73
people.
Yep, and I've got the names and numbers up here.
So so the way it's going is we just took the Tourneyx, where you finished in Tourneyx and won through 71, and then we added Ian and
Josh. Josh will be number 72. Ian will be number 73.
Gotcha. Okay, so generate. Let's go, and we're going to be giving away. Let's see what we're going to give away. Let's give away a Who Rag. Okay. A Who Rag. So first Who Rag is going to number 65.
That is going to be let's see, Seth Shoot.
Seth, if you're present and attending, can you please acknowledge us?
Yeah, it might take him a minute or two.
That's all right. Ben, let us know, and Dan, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this is going to work, so we're going to figure it out. Anything coming up?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's a little delay, so.
Well, let's see how long of a delay is. Let's go to number 2, and if he doesn't come on in a minute, we will we'll go and award that.
Sure.
So someone else. All right.
He just signaled.
He just signaled? All right.
Seth. All right, Seth, you are the winner of a Who Rag.
You are the winner of a Who Rag. Okay. Next prize we've got is going to be let's do a tackle package with the fish fry. So tackle package with the fish fry is going to go to
me.
Number 30.
Number 30 is Brian Pham.
Brian Pham.
That's about a 60-second.
The current reigning champion of Bayou Coast.
Me either.
Frickin' Brian, he won at the raffle last year. He always wins.
Somebody else in the room wins a few more than Brian even.
Let's see if Brian's going to acknowledge us. By the way, I don't know if Brian knows this or not, but I forgot to tell him. He's automatically qualified for the championship because he is the reigning champion.
That makes 38 people qualified then.
Well, then we got 38 people.
Sense. I didn't know that.
Did he acknowledge?
Hey, Sean, is that box wine?
No.
It's great juice.
I'm not John Thompson.
He's sleeping. Perry just said he's sleeping.
Oh, well, then he doesn't get it. So we will go to the next person, number 5.
Number 5? That's going to be Clayton Schilling.
Clayton Schilling. Clayton, are you watching? You going to tackle package? Some fish fry?
Give him a minute and go to the next one.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
It's like a 60-second delay.
Okay, that's fine. The next one we're going to do is going to be for a let's do another Hoorag.
Another Hoorag.
Okay, and that's going to be number 64.
64 is Brian Roberts.
Brian Roberts. Brian, if you're there, please announce it. What we're going to do is we're just going to go through. We'll see who confirms it or not, and then if they don't, we'll just go back through it again.
That's a good idea.
Okay? All right. So, Brian Roberts, if you're there, please announce it, and you win a Hoorag. Let's go ahead and do one of those Superior gift cards, because that's pretty nice. That's a $50 gift card.
Brian Roberts is here.
Brian Roberts, there you go.
Brian Roberts. Okay, great.
Mark the Hoorag off.
Not at all. Okay. Still waiting on Clayton. Okay, so number 4, 40th.
So 40 is going to be Benny Gaines.
Benny Gaines, are you? Man, I think he'd have traveled back to Alabama. I don't know if he made it. Benny, if you're watching, you get a $50 gift card to Superior
Tackle.
Superior Bait and Tackle, not Grill.
I'll hold that for him.
All right, so I'll do Benny Gaines here tentatively. All right, so then we'll go on to the next one, and the next one will be let's do the K2 cooler. This was something I think I won in a raffle, and I've got many coolers, and I'm clearing out coolers. It's brand new.
Is this the Fall and Tide cooler from last year?
No, it's a K2. It's camouflage, really cool looking. I've just got too many coolers. I don't know. I keep winning coolers in raffles.
Benny Gaines just said he's here.
Benny Gaines, all right. So Benny Gaines, you got a $50 gift card to Superior Tackle, and I know
he said Roll Tide. Go ahead and take that back. Somebody else.
No, he doesn't want it.
He said
they
Roll
can pick
Tide.
it up in Baton Rouge because it's only fitting. We can throw in a tour of LSU for him.
Okay, Benny, what we'll do, I'm sure somebody will buy it from you. So just
I'll give you $12.
Somebody will PayPal you some money, so it's yours. We'll make arrangements. So the K2 cooler, let's do generate 37.
Chris Cochran.
Chris, if you're here, let us know. And
my fellow West Banker lives right up the street from me.
There we go. Chris, if you're here, let us know, and you win the K2 insulated cooler, retail value probably like $150. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. It's a nice cooler.
It is. It's a real nice cooler. It is. Okay. We've got some more Hoораgs to give out before we get to the big stuff. So the Hoorag, this will be another Club Hoorag. And number 22.
Number 22 is Eddie Tier.
Eddie Tier won the Hoorag.
And Chris Cochran has just announced his presence. Clayton Schilling has not announced that he's here, but he did just join the video. So Clayton is here. Audio not working, but he is here.
Okay, Clayton, you are accounted for.
Here, there we go.
You won a cap. You won some baits from Pure Fishing and some Louisiana fish fry. As I understand it, the fish fry expires in January. So make sure you use it. Okay, Eddie Tier, we're waiting on you on the Hoorag. So let us know. I hope you're watching. Okay, let's do some more tackle packages. That's going to be a tackle package with some fish fry. Okay? And that's going to be number 27, Dan.
27.
Eddie's here.
Doug Menifee?
Doug Menifee is that one, and Eddie Tier has announced his presence, so he wins his prize.
You're good. Doug, I know they had a drive back to Lafayette. Doug, if you're watching, chime in, and you'll win a tackle package of baits from Pure Fishing, and some Louisiana fish fry. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's do the measuring board. This is what are those things retail for, Dan? I mean,
the Check It sticks, the Kayak Elite series, they're about, I think, like $45 plus you pay shipping. But for us, for the club, they're $35.
No, they're like almost $70 for shipping. That's what I paid.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a $70 value. So measuring board. Wow. Let's figure out who's going to take home the measuring board. Number 21.
Lucky number 21.
Sean, you got a second measuring board.
Oh, I don't need a second measuring board.
Okay, you want to give it up?
$10.
You put it back in the pot.
Put it back in the pot. Yeah, Sean, you're number 21.
4 measuring boards at my house, and pretty soon I'm going to be donating those. So, back in the pot, measuring board, number 26.
Mike Etheridge.
Mike Etheridge. Oh, he's got the connection with him, too. Mike, if you're watching, please notify us so you can collect your second Elite.
I think this is actually his third now.
He even lost his today, I think.
Did he lose it?
Oh, that's right. We got a Dogri.
Shit.
Dogri. We forgot about a Dogri.
I forgot the Dogri Award. Oh, my God. So, the Dogri Award. We got the Dogri Award and the Turtle Award. Both go to Mike Etheridge. He went swimming today. I don't know how. I don't have the details.
I do know part of the details. Is he was either fighting a fish or getting ready to net a fish and ended up in the water. But from Josh Thompson was close enough by to kind of see what was going on. Mike did end up getting back out of the water with fish in hand.
Yeah, when
he caught the fish.
When I was fishing with Josh and he fell in and he caught his fish, I at least took pictures. I'm very disappointed in Josh that he didn't take any pictures because guys do to each other.
Here's the thing with Josh. He's turtled so many times that he now knows not even to wear the auto inflate anymore. He only wears the manual inflate these days. Yeah. Because what we want to do is first we want to say, "Are you okay? Okay, great. Hold still so I can take your picture." Right? Those are the two things that when they fall in. Okay, so Mike Etheridge, let us know about the measuring board if you're here. Doug Menifee, let us know about the tackle package if you're here. We're going to do another tackle package because I think we got 5 of them to give away. So next tackle package will go to number 65. 65 is Seth Shoot again.
Well, no, he can't win twice. So
no winning twice. Okay, back in the pot.
All right, so 52.
52 is Chuck Bayhan.
Chuck Bayhan. If you're here, Chuck, let us know. I know Chuck had a rough day. He may not be watching. He got beat up pretty good with that win today. All right, so Chuck, let us know. So right now we're waiting on Doug Menifee, Mike Etheridge, and Chuck Bayhan for that. All right, let's do our other $50 gift card to Superior. Let's see who that's going to be. 64.
Brian Roberts. Didn't he already win something?
Nope. That's Benny Gaines. Oh, no. Brian Pham won. Brian Roberts. Yes. Brian Roberts won the Hoorag. So we're going to have to generate again. It's crazy. Number 2.
God dang it.
I know who that is. The Raffle King.
I was waiting for it. It was only a matter of time till Francis won one.
I knew it.
Francis, freaking Mississippi's. We got all these guys from Alabama, Mississippi winning the Louisiana, tackle.
Thank you. I accept.
All right, Francis. At least
Brian
he doesn't
Roberts
win the good prize.
Brian Roberts says he's got a mask already.
The real big one.
So, Francis, you won the $50 package here. All right, let's see what else we got to give away.
You can get 2 more of those chatterbaits.
Yeah. All right. So, Mike, nor Doug has responded yet, and I think it's been a few minutes, so I think it's safe to say that they haven't.
Okay, so we'll do some new
So
numbers.
let's go back and do the measuring board. Is going to be number 73.
That is going to be Ian. Gillespie.
Ian Gillespie.
I saw Ian in the room earlier. Hopefully he's still here.
I know he's there. Yeah. So Ian Gillespie. All right. And then let's do the tackle package that Doug had won, since he's not here yet. Number 8.
Yep. Ian has announced himself. He said number 8.
So Ian, you won the Kayak Elite Check It Series measuring board that Jack values at $70.
All right, and you said number 8 was which prize?
It's going to be the tackle package.
That is going to be Jonathan Carter.
Jonathan Carter. Jonathan, I know you got to be watching, so let us know you're here. You're going to get some great tackle from Pure Fishing and from Louisiana Fish Fry. Okay, so let's see. We've got how many tackle packages to give away, guys? We've got 5 tackle packages. We go 1, 2, 3. So we got to give away another tackle package here. Let's do that one. Number 50.
Steve Lessard.
Steve Lessard. Steve, if you're watching, let us know. And you won yourself a tackle package. All right.
Jonathan Carter just announced that he's here.
All right, Jonathan, you got the tackle package. All right. Chuck never responded. So, Chuck, we are going to give away your tackle package to number 19.
19 goes to Aaron Larose.
Aaron Larose. Aaron, you watching? I think he is because he texted me a few minutes ago. So, Aaron, just shoot us an acknowledgement. You want a nice tackle package and some fish fry. So, that's great. All right. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to give away one more tackle package and fish fry. So, let's see who that's going to be for. Number 26.
I think you called that already.
Mike Etheridge was 26. We already called him, and he wasn't here.
Crazy how this
And you keep picking the same numbers.
It's like catching 3 perfect redfish on the same day. I don't know how this is possible. Okay. Number 42 then.
Eric Stacy.
Eric Stacy. Eric, if you're watching, let us know.
Aaron Larose has said he is here.
He is here. Great. Okay. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tackle packages. And let's see. Eric Stacy and Steve Lessard, let us know if you're here or forever hold your peace. All right. Who rags? We gave out 1, 2, 3. We got to give out one more who rag. Let's do that right now.
And these are the club logo branded Who Rags.
Yes, the club logo branded Who Rags. They're valued at let's just say $100, just because I don't know what we paid for them. We're just going to call it $100. 32.
Sorry, what was the number again?
32.
32 goes Butch Ridgedale.
Butch Ridgedale. Butch, let us know you're here, and you will win the Who Rag. Okay.
Eric Stacy is here.
Eric wins. Okay, Steve Lessard has not responded, so we're going to put his back in the popper, and we're going to go to 58.
Cody Drago.
Cody Drago. Cody, if you're here, let us know.
All right.
And Butch, let us know about the Who Rag.
Butch is here. He says thanks.
All right, Butch, you got a Bayou Coast Who Rag. All right, and all we're waiting on right now is Cody Drago. Okay, so we also have, let me make sure, I know we've got one, we got the cake, we got the 5 tackle packages, the Who Rag, the measuring board, we got the Bull Bay rod. That's the big one. This is a real nice rod. Again, thanks to Anthony Puglia over at Puglia's.
Spinning rod, correct?
Spinning rod, yes, it is a spinning rod because we don't give away bait casters. I'm just kidding. We don't give away bait casters. I just don't like them. All right. Number 62.
Steve Neese.
Steve Neese. Steve, if you're watching, you just won a $180 Bull Bay spinning rod. Let us know because that is a nice rod. But guys, don't leave just yet because we still have to confirm it with Steve. And we haven't heard back from Cody Drago on the tackle package. So we're going to redo the tackle package right now.
Cody Drago just chimed in. He's here.
Oh, Cody Drago. Okay, great. Cody, you won the tackle package. So Steve Neese, can anyone see if Dan, Aaron was telling me on Facebook, you can tell who's watching.
I can only tell my friends that are watching. I can't tell people that are not my friends on Facebook.
Why are they not friends with you, Dan?
I don't know. I sure as heck tried when I was getting elected.
Steve Neese is here.
If you had a pulse, I was talking to you.
Let's see. I wonder if I click on this, what happens.
Why are they not friends with you?
I don't know. I sure as heck tried when I was getting elected.
Oh, Steve Neese in the house.
If you had a pulse, I was talking to you.
Okay, great. So Steve Neese is here. Let's see. I see. Click on this, what happens. All right, Steve. So you just won a Bull Bay rod.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, guys, that's all the raffle prizes we had tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to get everything together. We'll figure out where everybody's at. And if you could just text me and let me know what location you're in, where you're at, and then we'll certainly start making some arrangements to get the stuff to you. Don't expect it in the next day or two just because we got to make arrangements and get everything over there. So, look, I want to thank everybody for fishing the tournament today. I know it was really tough conditions. We had a really good turnout. Despite COVID and everything going on, I think we're breaking records as far as our tournaments this year. We had 135 at Minimalist. We sold out. We had, what was it, 91?
93, I think. 93.
93 at Trout Challenge.
93 at Trout Challenge.
71 for this tournament. I mean, we've got 38 people qualified for the championship already. Usually we hit maybe 40. We've got a whole other tournament to go. So, thank you guys for coming out today. I know it was tough, and we really appreciate it. Again, Off the Water, Ben and I will be back either Tuesday or maybe the next Tuesday, probably a week from Tuesday. We're going to try to have some of the guys on from Lafayette Club to come in and talk about some of their tournaments and what they're doing right now. And then we will be back, obviously, in September. Our next tournament, as far as an official club tournament, will be in September. And we'll make some announcements on there. We'll have Angler of the Year points updated. I think Todd mentioned something about releasing the standings today or it should be shortly if they're not already out.
He mentioned something earlier about it.
Yeah, so they should already be out for the tournament today. So thank you guys again. Congratulations, Action Jack. It was good to see you up there, man. I know you really support the club.
Congrats.
You come out. You help
Standings
out.
are visible according to Todd.
I'm glad to see you up on the podium cashing a check. Francis, it doesn't surprise me, although it always surprises me. When you're out there, you just don't even pre-fish. You just show up and win. Breck, I had a feeling you were probably going to hit big bass. So, again, not a surprise. Brock, congratulations to you, man. Awesome day, 110 inches. Just incredible. Everybody else that placed, everybody else that won, good deal. I'm getting text messages. I've been on too long, apparently. So I'm going to go. They want me to stop talking.
The prize has all been won. Nobody has to watch anymore.
No one has to watch anymore. Y'all can leave anytime.
It's optional. This is
completely not potpourri, but lanyard maybe. I don't know. So
get another box of wine. It'll all be over soon.
Another box of wine.
Lanyard requires that I actually want it.
I'm going to bed soon because I'm tired and I'm old.
What?
You're old.
we will be getting. I guess we pay them via PayPal, so we'll get the PayPal payments to you.
This week.
This week, yeah, this week. So
Okay.
Thanks again, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on tonight, Ben. Thanks for the great job you did, Dan. Thanks for everything you did helping us get it set up. Josh Red, thank you for judging today.
That's what you think.
Dan and I, we're not going to be able to fish this tournament without you, so we really appreciate the job you did today. It was hard, and really appreciate everything you did for us today, Josh. So, all right, guys, wrapping it up.
All right, man.
See you all later.
Later.
See you later. All right, bye, everybody. See you later.